Ladies, gentlemen, and those who have never fit in either box, welcome to the conversation they never wanted you to have. You didn't click this by accident. You were pulled here because somewhere deep in your gut, you've been choking on a question. Why do I feel like the answers are right there, but no one's giving them to me? Let me ruin the ending for you. They're not giving them to you because they don't own them. Never did. You do. Always have. See, they taught you to bow to books, kneel to teachers, worship experts, like you're some empty cup waiting to be filled. But here's the twist. You were never the cup. You were the damn ocean. And the ocean doesn't beg a raindrop for water. Oh, but they're clever, aren't they? They wrapped you in education, decoration, validation, diplomas like dog collars, certification like shackles, made you addicted to applause every time you learned something they stole from the mind of someone just like you. You think knowledge is this holy grail they pass down from mountaintops. Nah, it's a mirror. And they've been selling you your own reflection at retail prices, like robbing your house, then charging you rent to sleep in your own bed. And the worst part? You paid. You thanked them. You smiled while they made you forget the sound of your own thoughts. You want raw? Here's raw. The source isn't a place. It's a pulse. It's pumping through your skull right now. Ideas, visions, solutions. But they drowned it in noise, news feeds, deadlines, useless facts you'll never need. Because if you can't hear yourself, you'll listen to them. And here's where it gets ugly. The second you wake up, the second you remember you're the source, oh, they'll panic. They'll brand you arrogant. They'll call you dangerous. They'll call you crazy. Because sane people don't break chains. You want some Eminem-style truth? Here. They print fear like it's money, and you've been cashing the checks. They sell doubt in bulk, and you've been buying the set. They rent you your own mind, and you've been paying the debt. Time to evict the landlord. Time to repossess the truth. You've been told to seek wisdom. That's the scam. You are wisdom. Walking, breathing, bleeding wisdom. Every time you had a gut feeling and ignored it, that was the source screaming. Every time you saw the answer before the question was asked, that was you tapping the signal. But they taught you to call it luck. No, it's not luck. It's design. Your design. So here's the deal. Stop asking for permission slips to think. Stop looking for gurus to bless your path. Start acting like the storm you've been pretending not to be. Because when you unleash this, people will get scared. They should. And when they ask, who gave you that knowledge? Look them dead in the eye and say, no one gave it to me. I remembered who I am. And when they say, that's dangerous, smile and say, exactly. And that's when they'll lean in. Try to study you. Try to measure you, like they're dissecting a thunderstorm under a microscope. But here's the problem with that. You can't slice lightning. You can't bottle a hurricane. And you sure as hell can't label someone who's burned the dictionary. See, you've been raised to play on their board, move their pieces, obey their rules. But now you realize the board was built inside your mind. And the second you see it, the whole game flips. King, queen, bishop, pawn, all of them just toys scattered on your floor. They told you the source is out there, some mountain, some guru, some holy text. But out there is the lie. The real source is the dark, boiling storm inside you. The place where thoughts come before words, answers come before questions, and knowing comes before anyone dares to teach you. But here's the kicker. They don't just fear what you know, they fear what you could create. Because once you realize you're the source, you stop recycling their truths and start manufacturing your own. And their little factory of control. It can't compete with a wildfire. They'll call you reckless, they'll call you wrong, but they can't call you owned. Because when you speak from the source, your words aren't borrowed. They're forged, hammered hot from the fire in your own skull. And that kind of speech, it doesn't just inform, it infects. You want to know why the truth scares them more than lies? Because lies make people doubt themselves. Truth makes them dangerous. And once someone sees their own reflection as the source, you can't sell them their soul back. But don't get it twisted. This isn't some fairy tale empowerment story. It's war. War against every parasite that ever fed off your self-doubt. War against every invisible leash that ever tugged you back when you tried to run. War against the version of yourself they raised. Because that version was never you. This is where it gets real ugly. Once you start pulling knowledge straight from the source, you'll start seeing holes in the walls they built. Not just in school, not just in religion, not just in politics, in everything. And when you start asking, who built these walls? You'll notice they can't answer without trembling. You think that's paranoia? No. That's clarity, and clarity is their kryptonite. So here's your next move. Stop letting them drip-feed you wisdom like you're some caged animal. Break the pipes, let the flood roar out, drown their lies, and then, when they're gasping for air, remind them politely, you're not the water they can drink from. You're the ocean that decides if they sink or swim. And when they ask what gives you the right to speak with that kind of authority, lean in, smile, and whisper, the right. I am the source. I don't need the right. I am the reason rights exist. I am the reason rights exist. And the moment those words leave your lips, you'll feel it. That shift. That crack in the air. Like the walls of the room just pulled back and every shadow leaned in closer. Listening. Because you've just said something they can't erase. You've crossed the line from student to storm, from seeker to source. And once you're the source, you don't just hold the truth. You distribute it. And oh, that terrifies them. See, one awakened mind is a spark. But if that spark catches, if one turns into two, two into 20, 20 into 1,000, that's no longer a classroom, that's a battlefield. And here's the part no one wants to admit. Most people aren't ready for it. They say they want the truth. But truth means you can't hide anymore. Truth means you can't blame the system for your chains when you're holding the key in your own hand. But you didn't come here to play it safe, did you? You didn't click on this just to nod along, feel warm and fuzzy, and go back to scrolling. No. You came here because something inside you was already tearing at the seams. And I'm not here to patch you up. I'm here to rip you wide open. You've been carrying a nuclear reactor inside your skull. Pure, unfiltered, unapproved divine knowledge. But they made you believe it was just a flickering candle. They fed you crumbs so you'd never notice the feast in your own chest. Well, guess what? We're not nibbling anymore. We're not sipping water when we own the ocean. We're flipping tables, breaking locks, burning maps. Because the source doesn't follow directions. The source writes them. And when you finally unleash it, you stop being a consumer of their reality and start being the architect of your own. And here's the thing about architects. Once they start building, they can also start demolishing. You want to know why people fear you when you wake up? It's not your voice. It's not your power. It's the fact that you don't ask them for either anymore. And in a world built on permission, being self-authorized is the most dangerous crime there is. So I'll ask you, what are you going to do with this? Sit on it? Hide it? Pretend you didn't hear me? Or are you going to weaponize it? Are you going to speak it, live it, bleed it, until every person around you feels the tremor in their bones and starts asking themselves, where's my source? Because here's the punchline. You can't keep it to yourself forever. The source isn't a possession, it's an infection. And once you've caught it, you spread. So go ahead, look around, smile at the ones still asleep, because deep down, you already know you're the nightmare they'll never wake up from.